Darlacansell, South Louisiana, real estate agent with Real Broker. And I am on my way early this Saturday morning to do what I absolutely love doing the best, and that is listing another house. So many reasons that I love listing houses, and that's first of all, the main reason is because it means if you are a buyer, there's going to be another house soon on the market, and I guarantee you the house, when I list it, is going to be in move-in ready condition. It's going to be clean, it's going to be decluttered, it's going to be all the things. So let's talk about if you're in my area. So I'd say if you're anywhere in Louisiana, pretty much, I don't mind driving far to list a house. If you're anywhere in Louisiana, I'd love to help you. And especially if you're anywhere in my neck of the woods, I'd really like to help you. And that's Acadiana, anywhere in Acadiana, but literally anywhere in Louisiana. But listen, if you're thinking about selling your house, I guarantee you, if you hire me to sell your house, you're going to pocket more profit with me listing it and doing all the things to prepare it to help you prepare it than you will alone, and that's a guarantee. I do it every day. Every single day I do it. What I find most sellers do is underestimate greatly the market value of their homes. So if you're a seller and you're thinking about selling, reach out to me. But if you're just one of those people that say, look, I love dealing with people, I love the headache, I love all the negotiating, I love scheduling the showings, I love checking to see if the people are pre-approved before they walk through my house, all the things, listen, then if you're a seller and you love handling all those kinds of things, go for it. More power to you. It's absolutely your right. But I'm telling you, if you don't like negotiating, if you don't have all the time in the world to stop what you're doing and schedule a showing during the day, especially when you might be at work, especially when kids come home from school and they're home and they're making the mess and all the things, you don't want to deal with any of that headache, then you need an amazing realtor on your side. And by amazing, I mean a realtor who closes lots and lots and lots of transactions, a realtor who is not going to hurt your feelings, who's not going to be afraid to say, listen, you need to clean this house. You need to absolutely deep clean this house. You need a realtor who has done it over and over and over again, and it's like clockwork, all right? So if you're going to list your house with me, this is what I would tell you that you need to do. Your house cannot be too clean. It cannot be too decluttered. It cannot be too light and bright. The entryway wherever people are going to come cannot be too clean. If it's a friend's entrance door, it should be fresh. It should be neat. It should not be worn. It should not be scratched up. That doorknob shouldn't be worn. That doorknob shouldn't be peeling with paint. So you got to remember, the most important thing as a seller is to give the impression that you and your family have taken amazing, amazing care of the house and the property, okay? And if you haven't, listen, life gets in the way, right? Especially when we have a lot of kids. We're busy, things break, paint peels, doorknobs get broken, windows get broken, things happen. Life absolutely happens. But whenever you are thinking about selling your house, you absolutely get one chance to make a first impression. And that one chance is when it hits the market and people see it live online, which is where the vast majority of the people are looking to buy a house. They're looking online at Zillow, they're looking at Realtor.com, they're looking at Trulia, they're looking on Facebook, they're looking on TikTok, they're looking at all the places, right? And you get one chance to make a first impression. So when you are thinking about selling your house, I would say to you, if it's not me that you're using, interview a couple of different realtors. You have the right to do that. Interview them and ask these questions. Number one, are you investing in a professional photographer that takes amazing pictures, great videos, or you doing that. That's paramount. If the realtor that you are interviewing says, I'm not sure, run. That should shut it down right there. They should be sure. Listen, when I was a brand new realtor and I didn't have any money, probably the first 2 things I listed, I took my own pictures and then I said, no, this is not fair to anyone. And so I don't care if your house is $50,000 or $5 million. I am going to pay a professional photographer that is going to take amazing pictures of your house. He's going to take videos of your house. He's going to fly over with his drone. He's going to take pictures of the neighborhood. He's going to do all the things. And your house is going to look amazing in pictures. And it's what I do every single time. So if you're a seller thinking about selling and you're not in my network and you're interviewing other agents, number 1 question should be, are you hiring a professional photographer and videographer to do all the things they need to do, that you need to do to make sure your house looks amazing when it hits the market, okay? Number 2, is the realtor going to walk through the house with you, walk through the property with you, walk through the shop with you, and give you a to-do list of recommendations that you need to do to get your house ready? And those recommendations, remember, they're not mandates. I always tell people, listen, when I'm meeting with you to sell your house, I'm never going to say you must do this. It's all going to be recommendations, and it's up to you. And when you're done with your list, you're done with all the things that you need to do to get it ready, you're going to tell me, I'm ready for pictures. My professional photographer is going to go out there. He's going to take all the pictures, take all the videos, do all the things, and it's going to hit the market, and you are going to be so proud of your place. Okay, that's always my number 1 goal, is that when you tell me your place is ready for pictures, that you are proud, so proud to say, this is my house, this is my listing, it's for sale, and you want to blast it everywhere. Okay, so when you are thinking about selling your house, thinking about what you need to be thinking about, if you're not hiring me to sell it and you're interviewing other realtors, you need to go check out their social media pages and see how often are they on those social media pages, right? How many followers do they have? Because I guarantee you right now, people are looking at my real estate page every day and they're waiting for something to hit the market that meets the needs that they have. There are way more buyers than there are sellers. There are way more buyers than there is inventory for those buyers. Every single day, right? Every single day, I get a call from a buyer saying, look, I'm looking for this, 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 and this. And lots of times, this, and this doesn't exist right now. And I say to them, keep an eye on my real estate page because something will come up, right? And it might not be exactly what you're looking for, but it's going to be maybe in the school zone you're looking for, the neighborhood you're looking for. It may have most of what you're looking for. So when you're thinking about selling your house, if you don't hire me, you want a realtor who is huge on social media. So I pay people that take the videos and the photography and all the things that I do, and I put it on Facebook because I'm really, really good at Facebook, y'all, but I'm not good at Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and all the things. So I have a marketing team that takes everything that I do on Facebook and puts it on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all those places for me. So if you hire me to list your house, there will be no one that won't know it's for sale. You'd have to be living under a rock to not know that your place is for sale, because it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be on Zillow. It's going to be on Realtor.com. It's going to be on Trulia. It's going to be HousesForSale.com. It's going to be syndicated nationwide. So just remember that. If you're thinking about selling your house, the goal should be to sell it as quickly as possible for the maximum amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time possible, because keeping a house show ready absolutely sucks, especially if you live in it. Now, if it's vacant and you don't have to keep it show ready because it's show ready all the time, that's a different story. But if you live in your house, keeping it show ready is not fun at all. Nobody wants to live that way. That's not real life. So always keeping it clean and neat and picked up and organized. Listen, we did it a few times and it absolutely is not fun at all by any means. So whenever you're thinking about selling, less is more. I tell people the less crap that you have to keep organized and clean and all the things, the better. So make some loads to the dump, make some loads to Goodwill, call the Way. There's a Way, what's it called? The Way to Thrift, I think. It's in Crowley. There's one in Eunice. There's one in Rain. There's pretty much one in all of our local towns. And if you have a pile of stuff that you need to get rid of, because listen, guys, we all have way too much stuff. All of us have way too much stuff. And so what I tell sellers is, you're moving. So think about all the things that you never use, right? That you have in closets and drawers and all the places that you don't want to pack up to then unpack at another house when you haven't even used the stuff possibly in years, right? So all those things that you have, make a pile of it somewhere, or put it on a trailer, or put it in a shop, or put it somewhere, and call the Way, and they will come pick it all up. They will absolutely come pick it all up. And then what do? They repurpose it, they resell it in their shops. And that's a great way to give back to the community instead of just throwing it away. Now listen, some stuff is just trash. I say make a couple of loads to the dump also. But the Way is a great place to just call up and say, listen, I have a whole bunch of stuff, I'm planning to move. What day is a good time for y'all to come and get all of my stuff that I don't want? And make some loads, make some piles of stuff that they can just come pick up for you. So again, it can't be too clean, can't be too decluttered, can't be priced too right. This is a misconception that I hear sellers say to me, I want a price high so I have room for negotiations. Listen, you're not selling a car, okay? You're not selling a vehicle. Those things are just priced way differently than a house. Every single day, I see houses hit the market that are ridiculously overpriced, and sometimes that's because the sellers believe that their houses are worth that much money. Sometimes it's because the agent just doesn't understand how to price things. But if you price things fair, if you price your house at fair market value, you should get very close to the price it's listed at, and it shouldn't sit on the market very long. Things sit on the market long when they're overpriced, or they need a whole lot of work that maybe you didn't want to do. Listen, what I tell people is this: you get one time to make a good first impression. Okay, so if you have broken windows, peeling paint, rotten wood, those kinds of things, that's not something that's going to give the impression to the buyer that you really took care of your house. So the first thing you want to think about is, what can I do so that my house sells quickly and for the most amount of money possible? What is going to give people the impression that we took great pride in where we lived? I am not even kidding you. One day, this was probably about 2 years ago, this little couple called me because they wanted me to sell their house. I show up at their house. Now, they know I'm coming, okay? They know I'm coming. The grass is long. There's about 10 cans of beer in the driveway. There's trash all over the yard that had flown out of the trash can. I'm walking up to the porch. There's crap everywhere. Listen, guys, you know what makes you proud. I mean, listen, common sense goes a long way, okay? So you don't have to have a whole lot of money to have pride in where you live. And if you have pride and people feel like you've taken amazing care of your property and your house, you're going to get it back in money. But if you don't care, right? And listen, to tell you the truth, that place was such a damn mess. When I gave them their list, they started on it and actually quit. And I have had, I think, 2 people in the last 5.5 years that I've listed houses with, 2 people have said, listen, that's just too much work, I'm not doing it. Listen, and it doesn't take a lot of money. It just takes effort. It takes time. It maybe takes getting you a team together to come and help you do some things. But cutting your grass, picking up the trash, making sure it's clean, making sure it's neat, making sure it's bright, those kinds of things don't cost a whole lot of money. Most of it's time and effort and just having pride in where you live. So just remember that. If you're thinking about selling your house, You want to sell it as quickly as humanly possible, for the most amount of money possible, because you don't want to live in a house that has to be show ready for months and months and months on end, right? Plus, you don't want all those strange people. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. I'm about to list, I'm about to list this beautiful home in Crowley. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a pool in the heat of the summer. Let me tell you what, right now, I would absolutely love to have a pool in my backyard. So this house, I've only seen it online. I haven't seen it in person, but I have a feeling it's beautiful. From talking to the people, I can tell that they really took pride in where they live. They've lived there a few years. But it's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's beautiful online. It has a beautiful fenced-in backyard with a pool, and I have a feeling this one is going to go pretty fast. So if you're looking for a house in Crowley with a pool, be on the lookout, because that one is going to be hitting the market as soon as they are done with their list of recommendations. All right. So listen, if you're thinking about selling, I'd absolutely love to work with you. If you feel like you're way too far from me and you're out of my network, give me a call, because I could always recommend a realtor in your area if you're too far from me. But listen, I've listed in Sulphur, Westlake, Delcom, Erath, Abbeville. I've listed everywhere. And there's really probably no place too far in Louisiana that I would go. So give me a call and let's chat. Y'all have a great Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. If you're thinking about buying or selling, remember this: there are no stupid questions. Ask all your questions. Ask your hard questions. And if you're dealing with a realtor who makes you feel like you're a pest or you're a pain or you're asking too many questions, listen, run and find yourself another one. And I would absolutely love to work with you. So enjoy your Saturday. Y'all take care and be looking for this new listing. Plus, there's quite a few other ones I have. Quite a few other people I'm dealing with right now that are working with their to-do list and getting through it to make sure that once it hits the market, it looks amazing. Y'all take care.